You'll win this by capturing and holding the domination points. Point Alpha is being held by your squad. Domination points are online and ready for capture. Bravo has been captured by the enemy. Point Charlie is an enemy here. The objectives are about to come online. Ready yourselves.
An agent needs assistance.
For you. Point Bravo was captured by your team. Point Alpha was captured by your team.
An agent needs assistance. Hostiles are opening a supply drop. An agent needs assistance. Allies are acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by allies. Agent down.
disciples, and here finally I was able to put this together. Finally got my time, finally got the pieces, finally got the clips, and here we go. The AR spotter build. You can never hide. I actually have no clue what a nickname to call it, but yeah, this thing smacks. Let's just get into it. But another thing I wanted to say, this build will be updated as soon as the PTS is over. So enjoy it for 3 to 4 weeks. And that's it about that one. Here's the guns. Now you can use these P416, MK, AKM, or the CTAR, which I just got the CTAR from the special vendor, from the Snitch, the rail splitter, and it comes with basically measured already on it, and I just changed the Allegro. Now I basically love using measured. That's the main talent. Now you can use Optimus or whatever other talent, but right now people need to stop sleeping on measured because it's about to get buff when the PTS goes through, and if it does go through what they say, then yeah, it's about to be increased. But for right now, I had clips of the P416 and the CTAR. Sorry I didn't have AKM, but yeah, these are the main guns that I use: AKM, CTAR, and the P416 for right now because it has the measure talent. Now you're gonna want Allegro, of course, for the extra RPMs, which increases the damage. Now for the mods, there's not much you can change. I have accuracy. I have accuracy basically right there, and I have stability, and then I have the rounds. Those were basically what you want to do. There's not much you can change. Now I know there's other ones like damage to elites, headshots, but this is a PvP build, not a PvE, so I want to put damage to elites. The second one, of course, everybody knows about Chatterbox because we're going to activate Blabbermouth. Now for the main part, which is only comes now, you only can get this talent on the mask, which is spotter, 10% weapon damage to pulse enemies. Now it will be increased as soon as the patch, if it goes through, and if they say what it says, 20%, then that will be increased, and this build will be a little bit stronger. Now I do have those two right there, and then with the mask you can also put skill, which you're gonna need that for more skill power. You're going to want to change the health on kill to health because this is a PvP build, and that will help you out more. Now off to the chest, we got, of course, the 10% assault rifle damage to help you out. Weapon damage right there, skill power, health, and then berserk. Everybody knows about this. The main thing I wanted to mention was hard hitting. You want to change it to the 20% skill duration of captive. Now with that, you'll be able to get up to 16 seconds active when you pulse somebody instead of 14. So okay, now like I said, as soon as PTS goes through, I will be changing it because the berserk won't be able to be active through this. Now the Heraldi, you're gonna want to get Heraldi holster because they do have a high attribute. I actually seen it higher than that, 730. I've seen about like 800, but you're gonna want to get Heraldis for the skill and for the high attribute, and then you're gonna want to get 20% skill duration, and then for the accuracy, and then I'm gonna show you how you get the 10% headshot damage because through the backpack, of course, Heraldi, you're gonna want to get a Heraldi backpack because it does roll high attributes for the cooldown reduction and skill basically. Then you're gonna want to get skill 20% skill duration, and then on the ropes, of course, because that's just one of the main good talents. Now you can do safeguard to help you out with health, but I always suggest on the ropes to help you out with that damage when you need it. And of course you get that extra damage too with the 2-piece Heraldi's headshot damage when you get the headshot damage. Now you're gonna want those skill durations, like I said, to gain more active on your pulse. So now you can get it up to 18 because I know the knee pads you can get the skill duration, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Right now I got this Alpha Summit gloves. Now you're going to want to do Alpha Summit gloves because the 10% cooldown. Now you're going to try to get as much cooldown reduction so you can have your pulse at max 10% cooldown. That's the max you can have it. So then of course I have the assault damage and then the compensated. This is nothing new. You can basically do the weapon damage, but I'll suggest compensated because this is not a crit chance build, and this will help out the build way more, hit harder. Let's get into the knee pads. See, with the knee pads, you can switch to these, but you will have to switch to skill haste. Now, what skill haste basically does is just it's just like cooldown reduction. So I have another 10% cooldown reduction, and then there's 7 right there. So that's 17% right there cooldown reduction. And with all this cooldown reduction, I'm able to have 10% cooldown. Well, also too, because it's also with the mods too. So we're about to get into that. So with all these gear pieces, you're gonna be able to put skill power. Now with these rollies right here, I like because you can put more weapon damage, headshot damage, and then I have an optical range right there. Now with this rollies, you're gonna be able to put skill power, and with these gloves, you're gonna be able to put more even skill power. So now you're gonna want to get enough, basically above 1500 skill power, because around there you should be able to have some mods that will help you have the cooldown reduction. So right here I have the 30.3% cooldown reduction, and then right here now I did do a build with more skill power. Like I have right here this purple mod 18.1. Like I'll show you right here. Like I have, let me see where are these. So okay, the same knee pad, skill power, no cooldown, and skill power. So because I wanted to get this higher one. So now I still have 10 seconds, but the main reason why is because you see right there, the ammo right there from my cooldown is 14.6. Now the reason why I did this one with the skill haste and then went here, got to 10 seconds. Now you're gonna see right here, I got it at 11.1. So that's just the main reason. You're gonna want a lot of cooldown because your healing is also gonna help you out, since you're not gonna be able to push out, you know, damage right here with a weapon damage, and you're not gonna be able to push out basically. That's just 5% weapon damage right here. I mean, this build does a lot of damage for even trying to put a lot of skill power and skill duration. Like it still does a lot of damage. I'm just basically missing 5% weapon damage, or the 25% weapon damage from here. I mean, there's not really that much you're losing. So right here's the build, 10-second cooldown, 14. But like I said, I'm trying to find a piece where I can change that. I can't change it because I already changed this piece a long time ago for that weapon damage. But like I said, if you can change it to that, you'll have it at 16. Now you can do that, but I don't know if you'll be able to. You have to mess around with it. I know probably you'll be able to do that skill duration here too, and mess around with the cooldowns. But right now for this, it's good. You're gonna want to do it like this. You're gonna want to do that. But yeah, here's the spotter build. They won't be able to hide from you because you'll be able to see them. So build it, check it out, dude. Wreck fools, because it does, as you saw in the clips. I was wrecking the meta, I was wrecking people. So yup. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Catch you guys later. Drop that sub, drop that like. Just making sure, did I miss anything? No, I got the mods, put the mods. Oh yeah, right here, like you can do different right here.
Backup request.
You know what I'm saying? But I mess with it. I just have more ammo. Now I know the thing's gonna change because of the healing, so that's probably about to change. Like I said, as soon as the PTS goes through, this build will be updated and I'll show you. But right now, here's the build. You saw the clips. Rock the build. Show this meta what's up and destroy them. All right, D-pad out, players, agents, my fellow papos. Lates.